Today, let's work together on removing limitation algorithm. Use your topic, whatever resonates with you, whatever you want to achieve today. It could be your work productivity. It could be you want to improve your relationship, or maybe you want to have a healthier lifestyle, better habits, or time management. This is going to be my topic. I caught myself recently, I have a lot going on and I'm jumping from one thing to another and not much gets done. So I have to be better with my time management, discipline, focus. So as you remember, I told you in the previous video, our topic or theme of the day is only one word. And when we write down all the words in 2 minutes that associate with this word, then you can expand and in details write down, what do you mean exactly. So also keep in mind, do not overthink, do not analyze. When you write down your topic, whatever comes to your mind, you write it down. We work with our subconscious. That's why we don't analyze. Whatever arises, whatever comes up, sometimes you'll be surprised. Like sometimes they're like bad words or phrases. It's fine. And we do not write it in a certain order. We write it all over the paper, different sizes. And I think I explained in the previous video why. So my topic for today, you can choose your own. You can use my topic if you have the same problem, if you have difficulties managing your time. So because it is one word, instead of time management, I'm gonna write, let me think, discipline. I'm gonna write focus, and then I will expand later on during 2-minute time. So we're writing today's date. I believe it is 23rd. And my topic for today is focus. I'll take a better pen. So we're going to time 2 minutes. Whatever comes to your mind when you think about this word, or what you really need to achieve, what really bothers you, where you're going with this word. We're timing 2 minutes. Write down all the words associated with this topic. So focus, 2 minutes. Let's go. One more minute. Two minutes. Oh, I wrote goals twice. Okay, you can count how many words you have. I know I have more than 20. If you have more than 20, you had a good warm-up, you activated neuron connections. That's the whole idea. We're not going to work with these words. This is just to warm up and activate neuron connections. Just like you go to the gym, you need to warm up before you work out. Same thing here. Okay, you wrote the words. And now we turn piece of paper. You can take a different one. It's up to you, however you want to do it. I prefer to keep everything in one paper. This way, later on, maybe in a few months, few weeks, I look down my topic, I look down the words, and I look at my drawing. If I do the same one later on, and I see if there's any different words. But it's up to you. You are your own boss. So right now, next step, we're going to do catharsis. I will think about all the frustration that I have not being disciplined, with my time. And I'm going to think about it, what a big difference it's going to be when I have perfect discipline and time management. So right now, I take a deep breath in and out, and I let out on the paper on the count of 3 with the funny scribble all my frustration that I don't get things done because of not being disciplined enough. So on the count of 3, whatever stops you from achieving your goal, you let it out on the paper. On the count of 3, don't do the very long scribble. It shouldn't be more than like 1, 2, 3. That's enough of time, unless you have such a big frustration. Then you might need more time, and that's all right. Wow. This is my frustration. This is my problem, that I can be disciplined and organized. I'm looking at it right now. I'm facing it. And the goal right now, to make it disappear. So at the end of this session, at the end of the drawing, I don't see my catharsis, where the picture is nice and harmonious and beautiful and aesthetically pretty for my eyes, for my own liking. Other people don't have to like it, but I do. So this is catharsis. Now we're going to work with this catharsis. We are going to round off all intersections. Remember, in neurographic art, when the lines are crossing, they create corners. And that's a potential conflict or barrier. And especially in your topic, whatever it is, your relationship or finances, maybe you want to have $1 million, and this is your goal, and you're frustrated, you can't get there. So there's certain conflicts, not only your frustration you're looking at right now, but all those corners, all those things that are stopping you from getting there. So we have to harmonize it all, and we have to round off all intersections. There are short videos where I'm showing how exactly to do this. I'm not going to waste time on this right now, but all the intersections, we are rounding off all the corners. This is the next step we're doing, making it nice and smooth, so we shouldn't have any conflicts. The whole idea with this drawing, to achieve our goal. And sometimes one drawing will be enough for some of you, that you will start seeing changes. And some people will need plenty, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe more. Everyone's different. Same thing, you're going to the gym. Some people see results sooner than others. So next step, smoothing all the corners. If there's certain conflicts, maybe people you're working with, and you have conflicts all the time, and maybe those corners represent those conflicts, we are going to fix it right now. Yes, we graphically are going to fix this problem. So first, it's going to be graphically, and then in real life. So we're smoothing all the corners. Make sure you look at every single one, and you don't miss any, as it is a very important step. And in neurographic, you can take a break after rounding. Until you're done rounding all the corners, you shouldn't be taking a break. And I know you'll be like, oh, whatever, it sounds silly. No, it's not. Because we are working with our subconscious, and we started the process. You're working with certain topic, you're keeping it in mind, you have goals, you have goal that you're working on, your dream, whatever it is. And right now, smoothing conflicts, we're don't leave any corners. In your graphic art, there's small alphabet, circle, triangle, and square, and we're always very careful working with triangles. And sometimes people are watching different tutorials and different videos where people just, do lots of triangles in neurographic art, and then they have bad dreams or they can't sleep, and they wonder why. And this is why. You have to be very careful, because there's certain rules, and in order to be successful and achieve the results that you want, you have to follow all the steps of the algorithm, and all the rules. This method been proven scientifically, so there's no reason to be skeptical, thinking, oh, it's just a drawing, it doesn't work. It does work. It's been proven. It's just up to you to use it to transform things in your life or not. It is very simple, yet very effective. Okay, so at this point, I rounded off all the intersections. I don't have any more conflicts in my catharsis, the one I'm looking at that stops me from achieving my goal and being more productive with what I'm doing right now. Next thing, using those existing lines that are sticking out, we're going to extend them at the end of the field. This paper is your field, it's your life, and we're going to extend it because this is just graphically we're doing it, right? Your life doesn't end here. Your life is way beyond. So we are taking marker again. I'm using for rounding, I'm using thinner marker. It's easier for me, but you don't have to. Anyway, so we're taking all those lines that are sticking out and we are extending it using neurographic line. Remember, neurographic line is very specific and unique. It is such a line that takes you where you do not expect it to see, and it does not repeat itself on any part of its movement. Okay? So it is very unique, and we extend all those things, all those lines, and we extend them. Don't think where you're going to take the line. This is the whole idea. If you feel like it's taking you right, intentionally turn it to the left. We are breaking away from the stereotypes right now. You have certain stereotypes in your life. If you go to work and you take the same road every day, that's what you know, that's where you're used to. This is your habits. This is how you do things in life. But you want to be creative. You want to start thinking outside the box. So this line takes you where you do not expect it to see, somewhere where you haven't been, where we're going to achieve this the way you haven't done before. That's why I'm not being productive. That's why I'm not getting things done, because I need to change some things. And I'm doing certain things routinely, but in order to be more productive, I need to change this routine. And how do I do it? I'm getting outside the box, my thinking, my habits. So the line takes you where you do not expect it to see. Same thing maybe with healthy lifestyle you want to achieve. Maybe you're trying. You stopped eating sugar, and then you're doing very well, and then at some point you're like, I can't do it anymore. You go back, or you're going to the gym. You've been so consistent, you've been so good, and all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break today. I'm going to take a break tomorrow. And then next thing you know, it's hard to get back on this routine. So we are changing it graphically. My topic, I need to focus. I need discipline. So I'm changing this right now and finding the ways that are not stereotypical for me. Something I haven't done before, different. Like I'm writing things down for myself. Maybe I have to, not just write things down. Maybe I have to time it. Like this is the time I'm doing this, not just writing it like, oh, I need to get this done. Maybe I have to be specific. And right now with neurographic art, I'm going to find those ways and I'm going to change things. That's why the line is not the regular line, not sinusoid, not loops. It's not repeating. It's very different. Like it takes me down, I'm going to turn it to the right, where you do not expect it to see. Okay, so the more lines, the better. This is the general rule. The more neurographic lines, the better result. But if you are new, and maybe this is your very first time you're watching this video, well, first of all, I really suggest you watch the shorter video with tutorials where I explain slower, step by step, about neurographic line and about conjoining or rounding off. So you can always come back to this recording. And in the very beginning, I told you the main idea is to dissolve this catharsis, to dissolve this mess, the scribble that we created in the very beginning. Because right now it is still visible, Right now I see my problem, right? But I need to get rid of it. I need to not see it anymore. And I need to find the more ways, the better ways, the more successful ways to achieve my goals. It's getting better. My catharsis is not that visible anymore. And I'm still going to work and still going to resolve it, dissolve it more. And remember, there's no specific rule that you have to start it from the corner, from the center. It doesn't matter. It's so bionic. It's like the lines you see in the nature. Maybe the ocean waves, or maybe the sky, or maybe river streams. Maybe this way will help you when you think about neurographic line. It's all flowy, but it does not repeat. It does not repeat itself on any part of its movement. So I am going through my catharsis to dissolve it more. And don't forget, of course, the more neurographic lines, the better, but you will have to round off every single intersection, and you're going to have a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of rounding. And the rule number 1, do not take a break until you finish rounding. So if you don't have much time, maybe don't do as many lines, because you'll have to round off everything. I'm pretty quick at rounding off, so I'm going to be fine. Okay, it's getting better as far as dissolving the catharsis. Also reflect on how you feel. There's certain things may arise, like right now I'm getting really, really thirsty. Always have a glass of water with you. Because we work with our subconscious, things will arise. So I'm going to start rounding off the intersections. So always think about if there's any tensions in your body, if you feel any different. Why do we do that? Because certain things that you were taught, or the way you were brought up, or the books you read, or the habits you have, they're already ingrained in your brain. You have those neuron connections, and they are ingrained in your brain, and that's why you cannot change things. You know, if you were always told in your life, I don't know, like this is how it is, or you have to finish all your food, you can leave this table until you finish all dinner or breakfast, whatever. So if your topic is getting healthier habits or eating less, and you're used to all your life as a kid eating even when you're not hungry, but the rule was like, hey, you have to finish all your food, on the table, we don't waste anything. So it's going to be very hard for you because those things were ingrained in your brain. Or if you grew up and your topic is finances, or achieving better financial goals, or being more productive at work, and maybe in school, maybe your teachers, well, I hope that was not the case, but I know it is possible. Maybe someone will told you, oh, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're so stupid, you're so dumb, all your life, or all your childhood, or maybe friends, or maybe siblings. And maybe they were saying it as a joke, but it's stuck in your brain. It's ingrained in your brain. So when you're trying to do better, you can. Deep inside, you can. But no matter what you do, you can, jump over your head. Like you just can't. Like there's a limit, and that's it. And this is probably why that as a kid you were constantly told, hey, it's not good for you, you're never going to be there, it's for smart people, or you're not. So it sounds really crazy, but this is really, really the fact. That's why we all have neuron connections. We're born with very few connections, and we develop them throughout our life. Everybody had a different upbringing, different schools, different parents, different teachers, read different books. That's why we're all different. We react differently on certain things in life. You know, some people get emotional, some people get frustrated, some people don't feel a thing, the same situation that other person would go crazy. And that is why, because we all have neuron connections, but we're all different based on our upbringing, situations in life, connections, friendships, relationships. We cannot delete this program, but we can rewrite this program. And that's why some people might see changes after one drawing. It depends how strong it is ingrained in your brain, And some people might achieve results way sooner, all different. But don't just finish the drawing and think like, okay, where it is? Where is it? Where's the change? Why don't I see anything? You know what I mean? That's the biggest mistake, when people think like, okay, I did this drawing, where's the magic? Where's the change that she promised? No, 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 it doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. First of all, like I said before, it might take a while, but you will see changes. When I'm talking about changes, let's say you are working on that topic that you want to have healthier lifestyle, or maybe you are employed by a company and you have an idea, you want to come up with your own business, or you have an idea already and you just don't know where to start. And by doing your graphic art, you're gonna create those new neuron connections that you will have some ideas in your mind that you haven't had before. It could be you're maybe sleeping, you have a dream, you wake up and you're like, oh wow, that was amazing. Why didn't I think about it before? Or it is possible you are going to get attracted to certain people you haven't been attracted before, that will help you with your business. You know, maybe you'll have one conversation, and if before doing your graphic art, you'll be like, whatever, it was nice meeting him, her. But after doing your graphic art, once you start creating those new neuron connections, you will think like, very interesting. I think we should meet again, because I feel like this person will definitely benefit, or I will benefit from getting to know him or her better. Same thing with the relationship. Maybe you either not happy with your current relationship and you want to improve it, or you are lonely and you want to meet the significant other. You're looking for love, for happiness, and there's certain things that they were ingrained before are stopping you. And once you start drawing neurographic, the same topic on over and over again, like every day, you just do it. It doesn't have to be big, like smaller piece of paper, but you do it. And don't do neurographic art and then listening to the news or talking to somebody thinking like, oh, it doesn't work at all. No, you have to dedicate this time. You have to dedicate this time. Either tell your loved ones, listen, I'm going to be busy for the next 30 minutes to an hour, or silence your phone and dedicate yourself. Like I'm drawing right now, I'm talking, obviously explaining, but I know I'm thinking, okay, this is great. I am doing some steps. I'm working on my topic. I need to progress faster, quicker. I have a lot of plans and a lot of ideas, and I'm moving there, but slowly, because I get distracted, because I jump from one thing to another, and I want to be more productive and more focused. So right now I'm doing this drawing and I cannot wait. I know this is going to be amazing. Not only I'm going to find new solutions, new resources, talk to right people, but I will be so much better with my time management. You always apply positive thinking, positive thoughts when you do neurographic. You can't draw neurographic line and think, oh my God, I'm so bad. I can't get anything done. Absolutely not. Repetitions and positive attitude, positive thoughts. Every line should be a positive thought. Every single line. And when I'm not drawing with my clients, or when I'm not doing the session, This is exactly how I feel. And sometimes I talk like I'm talking to you right now. When I do neurographic line, I do the same thing when I do neurographic with myself on my own, without recording, without any other clients. I just talk about it. Okay, I did my rounding. It's like therapy for me. Even I get sometimes sweaty and I'm super thirsty because a lot of things came up from my subconscious. And I will add a couple more neurographic lines to dissolve catharsis, even better. And you can just continue rounding off. And if you're done as well, you can do the same thing and add more neurographic lines. And in my case, why I can't complete things, don't forget, everybody pretty much has fears in life. I have fear of height. So maybe for me, expanding to next level is scary because I'm scared of heights. Yes, believe it or not, you will think like this is really silly, but it's not. And this is why the time management doesn't work. It's all connected. Even I try to be organized, but something ingrained in my brain, I'm like, oh, no, 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 you're scared of expanding. You're scared of height. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And the brain stops from getting the results, from getting new ideas, and from being really concentrated and focused. So it could be anything. You don't have to analyze what it is. Don't have to analyze what it is. I'm just giving you examples when you'll think like, what is she talking, working with subconscious mind? Like, what things may arise from the childhood or from the past? It could be absolutely anything. You don't have to think about and analyze. And that is why when you do neurographic art, you can get backache, headache, you can get sweaty, you can have resistance where you're like, I don't want to do it anymore, because your brain doesn't like changes. It's already feeling like, oh, no, 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 this is how we do things. This is how I do things in life. We already have those neuron connections. Why are we trying to change it? We don't like it. Brain doesn't like change. Our brain is very lazy in that matter. So once you start applying this positive mode, positive thinking, positive attitude, and keep doing repetitions, you're gonna meet such a resistance. Things will arise, and you will have certain things like maybe ache somewhere, maybe you're gonna be thirsty. If you're sleepy, if you get tired, this is definitely resistance. So keep going, but notice what is the difference, what is happening, but don't stop. A lot of things, I'm sure all of us have a lot of things from our childhood that you don't even remember. You might not even remember. That's something you were told, or maybe a certain habit you had since you were a kid and you don't remember right now, but it ingrained in your brain. It's like a tattoo or a code or like a computer program. And we are going to rewrite it. We're going to apply the new one and repeatedly do it over and over and over again until the old one will become obsolete and the new one will take place. Okay, I'm done rounding. I smoothed out all the conflicts, all the obstacles, all the barriers. And now, next step, we're going to be adding color. But see, like sometimes when I'm just about to add color and I'm like, this neural line is asking to be here. So you are your own boss. You are the creator. That's why my logo, create your best reality. You can. And this is the beauty of neurographic art. You can go to therapists, and there are amazing therapists out there, that they will help you solve your problem, be successful. It's just a lot faster with neurographic line, a lot faster. Because with a lot of therapies, to figure out why you can't get there, why you cannot achieve your goal, you have to find this problem. Why? Where's this stop? Where's this problem came from? How old were you? Why do you feel this way? Where in neurographic art, we don't have to think about it. While you're doing it, those things will arise. Those things will come up. And all it is, you will feel it. You will feel it in your back. You will feel a headache. You will feel something else. This is how it will appear. But you don't have to analyze. You don't have to think about it. You keep working. building new program. That's it. That's all you have to do. And a lot of therapists, because when I was in school getting my diploma in Institute of Psychology and Creativity, a lot of very good and famous and very well-known therapists were doing neurographic because they wanted to use it as a secondary tool in their practice. And this is absolutely amazing, because whatever they're doing already, being so knowledgeable and successful and good at what they do, this tool will just help them to get there faster, will help their clients to get there faster. Okay, so this is my field. This is my life. Remember, I connected all these lines to the society because graphically, we can only do so much, and there's no borders. This goes beyond this paper. So that's why your neural lines are going beyond. And that's why we extended those lines, because you connect to people, you connect to society, you connect to resources, you connect to the world. It goes way beyond. So now we are going to add color. Before, we used to use pencils, but recently the creator of the method said we're going to do highlighters. And method evolves all the time. This method grows. And based on feedback, there's certain changes, just like with everything. You have your cell phone, your software gets updated. Same thing, or with the gym or different workouts. There are different things come up all the time. Same thing with the method. And I think it is fantastic because this shows you the method is alive. The method grows, evolves. So in order to be more effective, the reason why, if you do pencils, they will work too, but it will work quicker with markers. They're brighter, they're vivid, they're faster, feel, all the field. So that's why the creator of this method changed it from using markers to highlighters. If you don't have it, you can still use markers. It's not going to be as effective. And so since you don't know the purpose or how we use color, this is a absolutely different course of how to use the color. You use your intuition. Whatever resonates, you look at your highlighters, you look at the colors, and whatever resonates, whatever is calling you right now, you pick. Don't analyze. Whatever you choose, it's good for you right now. Your intuition will tell you. So you start feeling those sections. We call them segments. And I said it before in previous videos. The rule is, this is one segment, this is two, this is three. We color two or more together. For instance, you can't just color this one segment here and put it down and choose different color. Don't forget, white is also a color. So even if you have white, it has to be like two or three together. So orange one, I can't just leave one segment. I have to do two or more. From the small things, we are creating bigger meanings. Like in your brain right now, we are dissolving this catharsis. We are making this whole drawing harmonious. We are achieving our goal. Our theme, my theme is focus, to be more productive. I wrote down words. It was like balance, productivity, motivation, deadlines. What else I had? Habits, patience, tragedy, self-control. So I am just connecting all those things together and making from one separate things that I jump from one to another. I'm creating bigger meanings right now. We're working with archetypes. And in my course, we talk about in details why, what is archetypes, how we do it, how it works, how it affects us, and how it helps us. So all you need to know right now, that you take color. In the beginning, if you're new, 2, 3, maybe 4, colors. Like I said, listen to your intuition. Don't analyze like, oh, I heard somewhere this color means that. No, 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 no. Don't Google. Don't try to research. Just look at your markers, whatever resonates, whatever is like screaming your name. Pick me, just pick this color, okay? And when you add color, it's up to you. You can do it as a flow. You can use like certain, like sections. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong. You are the artist. You are the creator of your own reality. So you do the way you feel. It has to be pretty to you. It doesn't have to be pretty to others. And if somebody says, I don't like it, it's really weird, it doesn't matter. It is weird. Neurographic art is an abstract art. It is weird, but guess what? There's no drawings alike. There's no drawings alike. Every single drawing of yours will be unique, just like this method is very unique. It's growing fast. There's so many people in every country all over the world are drawing. Personally, I got my diploma in 2020. And as you know, I mentioned it before, I didn't plan on teaching. I didn't plan on using it as my, career or doing anything with it, only using it for myself. But after so many things has transformed in my life, I was so amazed. I'm like, wow, I knew it worked. I never had any doubts or I never had any questions. I knew, especially getting all my knowledge from the founder of the method, because you can get it from other instructors, but I got my learning from the founder of the method. So I never had any doubts if it works or not. I was just using it and I was absolutely fascinated by the results, by the effectiveness, and how quickly it happened. So that is why I decided to share with others. At first, it wasn't part of my business. It was just sharing, wanted to scream to the world, oh my God, guys, this is easy. This is amazing. You don't have to be an artist. I never knew how to draw in my life. If somebody told me before, like, oh, you'll be drawing, I'm like, this is really funny, like really funny. So you don't have to be an artist. Maybe you haven't done it in your life, or you don't have to think about that. You have to know how to do things. These are just certain rules, certain steps. But in my case, because not only I know the rules and steps, but I know the science behind it. So to me, it probably makes more sense than to you, because I know the science behind it. But that is why I do group sessions and individual sessions where we go in depth, where we go in details. Once you know everything, this method from the inside out, it's so much easier to use it. So I hope you're really enjoying. In the very beginning, I really didn't enjoy this process, adding color at all. My favorite one was rounding. It felt like a meditation for me, where some people had a hard time rounding off the corners. And during my, oh, this one's not right at all, rounded off. And during my career, there's so many people I've met and so many drawings we've done, and it's absolutely amazing. Some people do not know how to draw a neurographic line. It took them many repetitions, many lessons to learn how to draw a neurographic line, because there's such a like type A people. This is left to right. This is straight. We can't go this way. You have to go by the book. And they had a very hard time to learn to draw a neurographic line, because they had to think outside the box. Some people couldn't do rounding. They understood the concept of it. Okay, I taught them, this is the concept, this is how you do it, but they had a hard time rounding off the corner. They were like still sharp, the lines, like sticking out. And I realized, kind of like knowing those people a little bit about their life, they used to live in conflict. They got used to live in conflict so much that they don't see the barriers anymore. This is how their life. I had somebody in the family, like they had conflicts all the time. and had a hard time rounding off everything. Or at work, we had where boss was like so, um there's always conflicts, like she couldn't do anything right no matter how hard she tried. And we've done so many cases, we did so many drawings, and she had a really hard time rounding it off. And I realized, and of course it was, her topics had something to do with her financial situation and growth, and she had a very hard time rounding off because it was nothing but the conflict at work. And once you know that, like at first she was getting frustrated, but I said, it's okay. It might take a little longer for you than for others. And, she stopped being frustrated and she learned how to round it off. And now she has a little small business, the printing business, and she does very well. It took a while, and she didn't leave her job right away. And that's why I'm like, if you do neurographic, like don't rush to do changes right away. Give it a time to work. You know what I mean? Give it some time to work. Don't expect changes overnight, although for some people it is faster than the others. Okay, so like I said, you can do 2, 3 colors. I don't know. See, I got the green one. I'm like, okay, green one, I need you. I know what you mean. And I picked you up without thinking. But now when I think about it, I know why you're here in my drawing. And please don't try, honestly, like the colors and stuff. You want to grab red, or you can do everything in one color. It's up to you. It's really up to you. But make sure, like, when you add color, if you see some corners that are not rounded off, make sure you fix it, okay? And how does it look to you? Are you happy so far with what you see? Do you feel like you resolved your catharsis enough? And don't try to see anything in your drawing, like, oh, there's a bird, there's like, don't try. This is not an art therapy. Like, don't try to analyze. As long as you like aesthetically, it should look good to you, just to you. You should like it. And sometimes you don't, you can come back tomorrow and finish it up, finish it off. All right, so next step. Like I said, I also may get back and add more color. Or last step, stylization. That's when we use markers, pencils, excuse me. And that's when we do maybe shading, in our drawing. But right now, I'm satisfied. I like what I see. And next step is fill lines. These are the lines that are something greater. And again, I'm not gonna go in details because it's gonna take me, 30 to 40 minutes to explain, but just think about it, something greater, or help from universe, whatever you believe, help from God, or like some stronger power, help of love, whatever it is, but it's help. You're not on your own, there's help. And field lines, you can draw them using existing neural lines. Oh, I see one corner not rounded off. So you can do existing neural lines, or you can create the new ones, or you can start with existing lines, and then we'll take you, create something new. You will have to round off all new intersections and 2 or more field lines. Do not cross field lines, because if you cross field lines, it automatically creates conflict, and that's not what we're looking for. At this point of the drawing, we already rounded off all the conflicts, but now we are getting help from the divine. So my field lines, just look on the drawing, don't rush, and think about it, where your field lines would be, and they will be bold lines. Bold lines, field lines, and fixation are 2 bold things in your drawing. So see, I started with existing neural line, and then I kind of like created new one. That's where it took me. This is my help. This is the greater power. My topic is focus. So maybe this is when I'm asking, oh, I need help, I need to be better. This is my help. Maybe this is new resources that I'm going to find. It is something greater, greater power that will help you with whatever you are working on, whatever you're trying to achieve. I usually do 2 or 3. I recommend definitely do more than one. So this is one, and it's bolder. Remember, you have to see your field line. This neurographic line is way bolder than your existing ones. There's a reason it's a greater power. Okay, so this is one. And I'm gonna create the second one. Don't try to analyze too much where you're gonna take it and you're drawing. Just do it. And you will see once you start, you will kind of like go with the flow. And once we done with your field lines, they call field lines. This whole drawing, this paper is filled. And these are field lines. Make sure they're bold enough so you, if you look at your drawing tomorrow, you know exactly, or whatever later, you know exactly where your field lines are. Definitely. See, there's new intersections, there's new corners. Yes, we did the greater power. We do have help from the divine right now. Oh, feels good. You're not alone. You do have help. Sometimes it's good to ask for help. A lot of people are afraid to ask for help. I usually don't like to ask for help. I usually, oh, I'll do everything myself. But with the years and with the help of neurographic art, I learn how to ask for help. Remember, you don't know unless you ask. Maybe there are people, so please don't forget to round off. So maybe there are people are waiting to help me. See? People waiting to help me. Maybe there are people love what you're doing. Maybe there are people love your personality and you come off like Miss or Mr. Know-it-all, you know, and they will not offer because it looks like you don't need help. But if you say, hey, you know what? I could use some help. What do you think? And like, oh my God, absolutely. I would love to be part of it, or I would love to help, or I have so many ideas that can help you. Let's do it together. So yes, definitely. Keep it in mind. And that's another thing. Neurographic art will help you with so many things, not only with your topic. There's so many, once you start building those new neuron connections, you will start seeing new things. You will start feeling new things that you haven't seen or felt before. And that's another thing because, and it makes sense when you create those new neuron connections, something you didn't pay attention to before. You know, this is it. This is AB. This is how you did things. And now you're creating new neuron connections. All those neuron lines, all this is like you created. This is a new neuron connections in your brain. You just created it graphically, but then it's going to be in real life. And you created it and you're going to start seeing and feel things that you haven't before. But like I said, don't wait for it like every day. Oh, where is it? Just observe. Just observe. You know, be patient and observe. You will notice, you will watch something on social media and something will attract you that you haven't been attracted to before. And it will be useful and helpful for you. That's what I'm talking about. Don't wait the magic. Your brain will start working in a certain way based on the topic that you're working on. You will start seeing and feeling and sensing things that you haven't before. Because do not stop with one drawing. Do not. Because like focus, I know I'm going to do it tomorrow again, maybe tonight, but one topic a day. One topic a day. If you later on were like, oh, you know what, I work on improving my relationship, but now later on I want to work on my finances. No, this is another rule from the founder of the method. One topic a day in order to be effective. Tomorrow you can use the same algorithm, removing limitations, work on something else. But today, only one topic. And I suggest you work on one topic every day for at least 10 days. and then you'll really start seeing significant results. Anyway, I don't know what time I'm gonna look. It's been, oh wow, 55 minutes. Really need to hurry up. So next thing, wow, I'm really thirsty. Wow, usually not only I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot of passion right now in me because I'm so excited about my plans, about what I'm doing, and this time management kind of like got me stuck a little bit. And this passion is like, oh my God, like I feel it, like the process started. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be more productive. But next thing, fixation. We are going to take marker again after rounded off the field lines, whatever intersections they had. You look at your drawing, you look at your field, you look at your life. You don't see your catharsis at this point, and think about like, where is my fixation? Where's the main figure? And it is circle. It's definitely, since you don't know the definition in neurographic art of the alphabet, what we use triangle squares for, it's only circle at this point because this is harmonious figure. This is peace, this is love, this is harmony, and that's exactly what you need. So pick anywhere in the field where you want to place this figure and just draw this circle. Take your time, don't rush. You kind of like, you can just kind of like try to feel it, where it is, where is the circle. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. I don't know how to do a perfect circle myself. So it has to be bold again. The line, this fixation figure in this algorithm, it is kind of the solution and answer to your questions. You don't know, you don't have to know what it is. Okay, like I said, this is, we work with our subconscious. You don't have to analyze, you don't have to know what it is. All you have to know that whatever you're working on, you have the answer, you have the solution. You created it. Not only you dissolved your fear, your catharsis, your problem, the stopper that was stuck or made you stuck. And now, not only you dissolve the catharsis, I don't know what it is where it is right now. I dissolved it. I remember it was here, but I don't see it anymore. It is all covered with the color, with neural lines, with new neuron connections. It's gone. The stop, this fear, it doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. And now, not only I have this help from the divine, but I have this answer to my question. This is my help. Maybe this is huge resources that will help me. This is maybe my discipline. Whatever it is, do not analyze. Please do not forget when you did the this circle, you created again new intersections, new corners. So every corner, this is crucial in your graphic line. The whole idea, graphically, we are getting rid of all the problems and conflicts in your topic. This is the whole idea. You can't just draw, have a pretty picture, pretty color, and just leave it with conflict and say, okay, I'm done, I'm tired. No, 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 no. You can't. You cannot do it. This is whatever safety rule, whatever rule it is, but this is number one, super important. No conflict. Everything is smooth, harmonious, peaceful, beautiful. Just kind of like go around following all the lines and smoothing out all the corners again that this main figure created. Don't forget, your main figure is bold as well, just like field lines. And once you do more than one drawing, you're gonna learn how to smooth corners so quickly. This is my absolute favorite step. Just keep going, following the circle. Make sure, see, like this, smooth it up. There's shouldn't be any sharp corners at all. They're all rounded off. They're all harmonious and peaceful and beautiful. We are avoiding it, whatever you're working it on. No conflicts, no barriers, no barriers. We got it. You got it. You fixed it. You got it. You created something beautiful. You made this first step. If it's your first drawing, you made this first step towards achieving your goal. Congratulations. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching and listening and drawing with me. So this is it. And usually the next step is stylization, where you're looking at your drawing and you're thinking, okay, now maybe I want to take some pencils and highlight something, or do some shading or whatever, or add more neurolines. Sometimes I look at my drawing next day and I add neurolines or more color. And then look at your topic, look at your words, focus, look at all the words you wrote down, and it doesn't sound scary anymore, doesn't it? So congratulations, you're one step towards achieving your goal. Thank you for being with me, and remember, you are the creator of your own reality. Neurographic art is an amazing tool that will help you to achieve so many things. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.